And welcome back to the hotel system tutorial. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take care of all of these combo box. Let's enter some data in there. You can always double click on the form to do that, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, this is how you do that on the form. Okay, with form load, if you want, let's assume we want CBO gender, so we can always say dot items dot add, and whatever you add in the first place, I'm going to enter female, ladies first, then I will also enter male. Okay, if you want to do it that way, that's cool, there's no problem with that, but I'm not going to do it that way. So that's the very first one. That's just an example for you guys to know if you want to just enter the lines of codes, but I don't see any reason because there's another way out. So let's run it and see how this is gonna look like. Alright, so that's it right there. We can select that, but I don't want to do it like that, so I'm going to end that. So I'll leave this right there. The other way out is we can go through the properties and just get it all sorted through the properties. Now gender is taken care of. Let's go to nationality. With the nationality, you will see the reason why I decided to do it this way, because I'm going to enter most of the countries that watch my videos. If your country is not there, I'm sorry, that means you guys need to watch it properly, watch my video properly, or get used to my videos. Okay, the first country on my list is Canada, so I'm going to enter Canada there, and followed by the USA. So let's just call it United States. Yeah, we have United Kingdom there. And we have India. Yeah, I have a lot of viewers in India, thank you. We have Philippines. And I'm just going to kind of like speed that up because I have a lot of countries to add into this. Okay guys, those are the countries. There we go. So I'm going to take care of the rest now. Those are the countries. Alright, now let's take care of proof of ID. Select that and let's come straight to the item collections. Click on collect. I'm going to start by entering student ID there. Let's go for pilot license, driving license. There now. Let's search for passport. There. I think that will do. There. Now let's come right down here. What else do we have? Mail. In the case of mail, we can have 1, 2, or 3 there. So let's say 1, 2, or 3. There, that takes care of that. Now let's go for room type. We have single, we have double, and family. There we go. Right. Now select room number. So I'm just going to add number. It's 1 to about 10, so we can always say 001, 001, 002, 003, and so on. There we go. We have 10 rooms. Now let's go for room telephone extension. So the room telephone extension will be very similar to the room numbers. That's 1001, 1002, and so on. There. Okay. There, that takes care of that. So if I run it, this is how my system is going to look like. Let's try that out. Gender. And let's check out the countries. Those are the countries, so let's go for India. Proof of ID, that's just for the dates. Let's come for meal. Okay, 3 or 2 meals a day, double room, telephone number, and so on. You see with the extension number, when I select extension number, I want you to give me the room number, and if I select room number, I would like you to give me extension number as well. Okay, we have to do something about that. Okay, I'm going to end the demonstration for now, and let's go right in here, double click on the form, and let's start work with the coding. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to have to import the following because it's needed for my SQLite. So let's say system, but it might not work because there's something I've forgotten. Data .SQLite. I don't have it on my system because it's not imported yet. That reminds me. Okay, that's why I didn't show up. Now let's take care of that first before this very one. I'm going to go to tools right here. Go to tools. You see where we have NuGet, this one, NuGet package manager. I'm going to select manage NuGet package for solution. Click on that. So what I'm trying to do in there is to import SQLite into the system. Okay, now let's go straight to the browse. Click on browse. Okay, click on this, and right in here we need to type in SQLite. Let's look for SQLite. There are a lot of them here, so I'm going to just kind of like scan along and see. There's one that I've used before, so maybe I'll settle for that. Okay, look at this one. I've used this one before. I'm going to settle for this because I know it's for 32 and 64 bits, so just select that. And it's got about 7.78 million downloads. I think that will do. And right in here, that is the name of my project, so you must check that. Whatever name of your project is, make sure it's checked. And right underneath here you see install, because you don't have it on your system, you have to install it. So click on install there, and then click on OK. There we go. My SQLite is now setting up the whole system. Look at it. So successfully installed. That's fine. So I'm going to go back to my form here. Okay, now you see this import system.data.SQLite. You see here where I say .SQLite, once I type SQL, now that would have popped up. Look at it. It automatically pop up for me because it's already installed on my system. So just double click on that. Now the next thing I want to do is right underneath my public class form1, right directly underneath, I'm going to declare my variables. So the first one, I'll just call it a simple name like single room as double, and the single room, I'm going to assign a value to it. I'm going to make that about £45. That's my single room. Then I'm going to have double room and family room. So this one is going to be double room, and finally here we have family room. There we go. Now let's change the price. So let's make this one about 75.9, and this one will be, let's go for about £125, 50p. Yeah. Okay, that takes care of my variables for that. Then the next variable I'm going to declare will be for the meals and so on. So I'm going to copy this as well. Let's just change it around. Why not? Let's paste. It's already copied anyway. 1, 2, 3. I have about 3 meals there. So that one be 1 mil. So for 1 mil, we made the price about £7.99, £7.99p, and 2 mils. So 2 mils. Let's put an S there. For 2 mils, okay, let's go for about 12 pounds plus, giving them a deal, and 3 mils. We make that about 18 pounds. No, that might be too much. Yeah, 18. Yeah, that's a deal as well. 18.50. Okay, that's cool. That takes care of the deal, of the mil. So let me declare another variable. That's, this time around, is going to be constant, and this is for tax. tax, I call it as double, and give it a value of about 0.24. that is the standard tax. Then let's declare another variable. We call this one total, comma, and tax as double. You see, tax is totally different from just tax, okay? So don't get that mixed up. So those are all my variables taken care of. Now, one important thing I'd like to take care of is an object. I'm going to call this object private bitmap. I'm going to be using that for my print. So let's say private bitmap as bitmap right there. So I've declared all of the components, all of the objects I intend to use, including the SQL that I've imported. Look at it, and there they all are up to here. Now, right underneath, just to make things easier for me, I'm going to create a private function that I will use for my print. Most of my functions will be right there. One, let's say private sub I print. That's what I'm going to call that. So let's come right down here, just copy this, copy and paste. Private function I print, you can call it whatever you like. Press enter. So right inside I print, let's create my, let's say dim height as integer. Yeah, and this height equals the height of my data grid view. Where is it? Okay, let's just type it out. Data grid view. Data grid view 1 dot height. There. So I'm now taking the position, taking the measuring the whole measure of my height, putting that into consideration. The height of my data grid view, I mean, putting that into consideration. This height of the data grid view equals data grid view dot, let's say dot, or equals data grid view dot row count. So the whole idea is for me to be able to print out my data grid view, multiply that by data grid view height dot row template. Where is it? There we go. And dot height dot the height of the data grid view itself. Now let's get the bitmap to do a bit of job for us. So we say the bitmap itself, bitmap, that's equals new bitmap, and the new bitmap equals me dot data grid view dot, we need to check out the width, comma, me dot data grid view dot the height. I have to enter all of this in there because when I click on print, I just want it to more or less scan the data grid view and print it, and you can then hit on print. Okay, the next thing we need to now do is we need the data grid view to be drawn. So we say data grid view 1 dot draw to bitmap, open a bracket, data grid view draw to bitmap, then we say the bracket is bitmap, comma, new rectangle. So I don't want it to be in any other shape more than rectangle, and I want it to be in position, the coordinate 0 by 0, comma, me dot data grid view dot width and dot height, dot width and dot height. Just copy that and paste that right here. Okay, now what else do we need to do? We also need to now that we capture all of this, we need to be able to preview it. So I'm going to enter print preview dialog. It's print preview 1 really, dot document equals print document 1, the one that I entered earlier into the print preview. Print document 1, this one, that very object. So print preview now, copy that, paste that in there, print preview dot print preview control dot, let's be able to zoom that, equals 1. Then print preview dot show dialog, is there one? Now data grid view equals height, data grid view dot height equals height. There. So that should take care of my data grid view when I hit on print. But before I can print, we need to then take care of our print here. Let's come right down here. Let's see, first thing first, let's go back in here. Okay, that is the function for print. This function, I'm going to have to call that inside the button, so copy that very function. Come right down here, the button where it's print, double click on print, paste the function inside print. It's still not going to work because we need to now put one line of code in there, and that's just going to be, let's say, e dot graphic dot draw image, really draw image, yes, image, and the image, draw it straight into the bitmap at coordinate 0, 0. You can always change your own coordinates. That means when I hit on print, it will appear somewhere there. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's save the whole thing. Okay, let's connect the database now that the print function is taken care of. So right underneath here, I'm going to start by using another private function. Let's say private. Let's call that update table. Okay, that will do. There. So update table is a function that we will use to call our database. So in there, I'm going to declare the following dim can as new SQLite. There we go. SQLite connection. Actually, SQLite connection. Okay, let's try that again. I should be able to get SQLite connection. There we go. SQLite connection. Good. And this connection, I actually need to get where my database is. So let's say that it's going to be, the data source is going to be as follows. So where will the data source be? Let's go to my project. There we go. That's my database there. Okay, hold on to the shift key on your keyboard. Hold on to it, press it down, right click, and let's select copy parts. There we go. Click on copy part. There, I've just copied the parts to this my database that is called hotel. Minimize that, and the next thing is I'm going to enter equals and paste. That's the part that I copied. Get rid of this excess quote, and there we go. I now have the parts to my database. Okay, you see the error is gone. So press enter. The next thing is we now want the variable con to open up. Dot open. There. Enter parentheses. There we go. Okay, let's declare another connection command. So I'm going to call that dim SQL command as, so another object, actually it's an object, SQLite command. Let's proceed, and there we go, SQLite command, and press enter. The SQLite command or SQL command, that is going to be dot connect dot connection here equals con. There we go. Now this SQL command, I keep saying light, let's come down, this variable SQL com that I've just created, and now I'm going to say dot command text equals as follows. So let's say select from, okay, select all from hotel. There we go. Select all from hotel, whatever data I have in there, select it, and I also want it to execute this data. So to do that, let's declare another variable. I'm going to say dim SQL reader or read. That will do. SQL read as SQLite data reader right here. Okay, we have that in place, and this SQLite command that I declared earlier on, or com dot execute the reader. There. Now let's create another one that will paste everything right inside the table. So we call that dim SQL data table DT. Okay, that's fine. As new data table there, and this new data table SQL DT dot load, and what are we loading up? We're loading up SQL read. Now we now need to close whatever we have here. SQL, once it's loaded up, we close it. Dot close. We also need to close the connector. Close, connect, and we need to, with load, with close, and we now need to assign everything in here straight onto my data grid view. So let's say data grid view 1 dot data source is equal to this very one, SQLite data. Paste that in there. Yeah, that should take care of it. I think we'll be able to see whatever we have on that table, but for now there's nothing in it, it's all blank. Now how are we going to do that? I'm going to copy this function, and let's go to form loads. Double click on the form and come right down here. Oh, there we go, that's form load, and paste that in there. I'm going to save that, and let's run it and see what's going to happen. Okay, this is how the database look like now. and there's nothing there. So we can even try out the print. There, the print is working. That's good. So I'm going to exit out, and with that, let me just call it the end of the second part of this tutorial. I'll see you guys shortly.